They have Jake Paul, Gervonta Davis. That's the state of boxing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let that sink in.
Jake
That's
Paul,
boxing.
Gervonta Davis is so crazy. 135 versus 200. That is so nuts.
They go, the rehydration limit or something is 195. And he goes, wait, I thought it was 190. Dean, that's bad. Because you know what that tells me? That tells me that even he recognizes that he's too big for him.
Yes.
He recognizes that he's too big for him.
One thing that is not the common thing to have in a contract if I'm Tank. A ladder. A ladder. Can I get a ladder? Somebody? You know what I mean? Hey, look, all kidding. If he hits him on the chin the way he can punch, Jake might be doing a dance. You know what I mean? Not voluntarily either. But we'll get into that more later.
On his recent podcast, Joe Rogan dissected the highly anticipated Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis clash, warning fans, this could get ugly. He stressed that weight classes exist for a reason, highlighting the major size gap between the two. While Jake's raw power and bulk might give him a physical edge, Rogan said Davis's lightning speed and elite skill could balance things. But if size takes over, this fight might turn from exciting to downright dangerous.
My opinion is, I just want to say, in case someone calls me in court, I'm a fucking idiot and I don't know nothing. And don't take my advice.
I love the Saudis.
Don't take my opinion.
I love the Israeli government. I love
That
everybody.
had nothing to do with them.
Hmm?
That was Jake Paul promoting it. You know, it's just like,
But
doesn't bother me.
there's compromising the sport, and that's like bad. It's just like
If I bet on it,
watching it with people who are so in on it, and then also the sports betting apps, they introduced like chat apps in them in Australia, so it's like they're trying to take the place of social media companies where you go together and you meet your friends. Like betting should be exciting enough without having a weird.
just trying to draw you in. I'm just trying to make money, right? So I'm trying to draw you in.
Joe Rogan keeps stressing how insane the weight gap is between Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. Paul usually fights near cruiserweight, around 195 to 200 pounds, while Davis has spent nearly his entire career at lightweight, about 135 pounds. Rogan says that kind of difference isn't minor. It's massive and could completely change how dangerous this matchup becomes.
It is happening. WBA lightweight champion Gervonta Davis, who's unbeaten in 31 professional contests, takes on the self-proclaimed problem child, Jake Paul, one of the most influential and marketable global personalities. Paul and Davis square off in Miami after doubts around the fight being sanctioned in Georgia triggered a change in venue. Neither fighter can weigh more than 195 pounds. The weight is perhaps the most surprising factor. Paul has boxed most of his career around 200 pounds, cruiserweight limit, but did tip the scales at 227 pounds when he faced off against Iron Mike Tyson last year. Davis, much smaller in stature, competes at the 135 pound mark and has also won world honours at super featherweight. And despite some discussions about possibly dropping down to 10 ounces, the pair seems set to wear 12-ounce gloves. And in terms of distance, despite the exhibition tag, the fight will play out over 10 3-minute rounds with 3 scoring judges at ringside, but the result will not be officially recorded on their professional records.
Boxing purists and athletic commissions have blasted the matchup, calling it a massive mismatch that would never be sanctioned under normal rules. Even with catchweights or exhibition labels, critics argue the weight gap is too extreme and undermines the integrity of boxing itself. They believe fights like this risk turning a respected sport into a spectacle.
He should beat Jake Paul, shouldn't he?
Oh, he should have.
You don't think... Sorry, so... I thought we were all unanimous here. Do you think Jake Paul beats Gervonta Davis?
70 pounds is 70 pounds.
Gervonta Davis is very small. 5'5".
He's tiny, bro.
5'5". You got Jake Paul.
He's a little man.
If Jake Paul's tucking up
Move on.
and absorbing punishment for walking forward, then look, there's a weight advantage.
Joe Rogan made it clear he views the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis matchup more as a spectacle than a real fight. He couldn't believe the size gap, saying, 135 versus 200, that's insane. From a traditional boxing perspective, Rogan said it's downright dangerous. When one fighter carries that much extra weight, their punches hit like sledgehammers, drastically increasing the risk of injury. Even if Davis is more skilled, He's stepping into a battle where sheer mass and power could outweigh technique.
In boxing, so you got Canelo Crawford, you got Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather. That's happening. And then you have Jake Paul, Gervonta Davis. That's the state of boxing.
Yeah, that's
right now.
crazy.
Let that sink in.
Jake
That's
Paul,
boxing.
Gervonta Davis is so crazy. 135 versus 200. That is so nuts.
They're all expedition.
None of them are.
Yeah, they're exhibitions.
But what does that mean?
Just means you don't really, nobody wins.
They're not. Right. It's kind of. I mean,
It's weird.
I don't want Jake to sue me. They're not. It's not like a real scrap. It's not real.
Really? So they're not trying to knock each other out?
No.
Well, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather don't like each other. They have not liked each other forever.
Tyson and Mayweather.
Yes.
But they like
Mike
Mayweather.
Tyson and Mayweather don't like each other.
Huh.
If there's a fight that might be real, like where Mike Tyson might say, I'm going to knock this out, or I'm going to try to knock this motherfucker out.
Due to safety concerns over the massive weight gap, several special rules are being applied to the Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis fight. It's officially labeled an exhibition, meaning it won't affect either fighter's professional record. The bout will use larger gloves, a catch weight of 195 pounds, and still feature appointed judges to score the action, despite its exhibition status.
If you do fight, what weight would it be at?
195.
Oh, wow. So he would go all the way from 40 to 95?
Yeah, I mean it would be an exhibition.
Okay. But and so what does that mean? Is that 3-minute rounds?
Yeah, 10 3-minute rounds.
And when you say exhibition, like what are the restrictions on that?
No restrictions, just the fact that like we couldn't actually get it professionally sanctioned.
At this point, it's hard to deny that the entire Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis saga has become one of the most controversial events in modern boxing history. Critics like Daniel Cormier have called it a circus disguised as a fight, pointing out that a lightweight world champion stepping into the ring against a natural cruiserweight makes absolutely no sense from a sporting standpoint. He argues that it's not about competition anymore, it's about cash, clout, and clicks. Cormier blasted the athletic commissions and boxing bodies for approving such a mismatch, saying their hunger for pay-per-view numbers and social media buzz is destroying the credibility of the sport. He emphasized that boxing used to be about skill, honor, and legacy, not weight mismatches and influencer hype. Even Joe Rogan echoed these concerns, calling the fight a dangerous imbalance rather than a fair contest. He warned that the massive difference in size and strength could make the bout more of a freak show than an athletic showdown. Coach Calvin Ford, on the other hand, remains cautiously optimistic but admits the safety risks are real, especially when Jake Paul insists on keeping things under exhibition terms but still wants judges, cameras, and global hype. Meanwhile, Davis's camp continues defending the decision, claiming it's about exposure, opportunity, and seizing the biggest stage of his career. But to purists and legends like Cormier, it's a move that trades respect for riches, and in the end, fans are left with a burning question. Is this truly a fight or just another money-making spectacle? Is Gervonta "Tank" Davis risking his health and legacy for a paycheck, or is he proving that skill can still conquer size and hype? Whatever the answer, one thing's certain. When that bell rings, the world will be watching, the cameras will be rolling, and the truth will unfold under those bright lights. So, fight fans, what do you think? Is Jake Paul versus Gervonta Davis a legitimate crossover event or a dangerous publicity stunt? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay locked in with NBA Pulse Boxing Edition, where we bring you the heat, the hype, and the heart of every fight night.